Order and harmony are cardinal virtues that everyone must respect. This is what Jake Adelstein, an American journalist who has been based in Japan for 30 years, will show us.
Even Shibuya Crossing, it works organically well, right? When the lights are turning red, you don't see, like people scrambling across anymore. Everybody kind of knows that, okay, time to wait for the next light. People are very quiet. Now, is there a rule? Is there a discipline? Is it like China where there's a spy camera watching you and you get points deducted from your social credit because you're speaking on the train? No. People just obey the rules because that's what they do here. And that's what you're taught from the time you're a child,
And in Japan, there are rules for everything.
Rules make Japanese society work. Cigarette smoking, except in designated areas, is now banned in most parts of the city. That's a great thing. There is an unwritten rule that you're not supposed to eat and walk at the same time. Now that isn't enforced, it's just how it is. Also drinking and walking at the same time are forbidden. Japan is a country that constantly likes to warn you about things that you shouldn't do. This one is like, no playing on the escalators, no baby cars on the escalators. Parents hold the hands of your kids when they're on the escalators. Don't wave your hands up and down on the escalators. You follow me?
It's on the metro that these standards, internalized by the Japanese, are felt the most.
Yep. All right. Excuse me. All right. Well, the other thing that's striking is that we're really annoying people because we're talking on the train and nobody ever talks on the train. Because listen, do you hear that sound? Like people talking? No, you don't, because they're not talking. It's one of the things I like about Japan. And even before cell phones, nobody was talking. Everybody's on the train. Japan plays a great deal of emphasis on harmony. And in some ways, the criminal courts expect the accused to harmonize with that system and just go along with it, even if they're not guilty. And when people say no, I didn't do it, sort of the audacity of you to challenge the entire system, this one individual, is almost like, well, you deserve whatever you get because you're a troublemaker.
It's a love of order on which the country was built. Human relations are based on a respect for hierarchy and social norms. And if the Japanese forget them, their neighbors are there to remind them. It's 8 p.m. in the Kabukicho district of Tokyo. Every 2 or 3 days, volunteers of a respectable age meet in a former police station. The only weapons on this little patrol are glow sticks and fluorescent vests.
ショッピングストリートを守るために、特にお客さんを、悪い人から守るために、また事故のないように危ない、今大事なのはこういうところに、タバコをこう投げます。こう投げる。そうするとここから火事が出ます。それでこっちから伝わります。これはもうダメです。すいません。ここはお酒禁止ですから。いやだからダメです。ね。はい。これ警察の取り締まりになっちゃいますから。いいですか？
フランスのテレビなんだ。
日本で放送してない。
日本では放送してない。それならいいんですけど、日本で放送されるとちょっとまずいの。
Kazuo is a retired policeman. Like his colleagues, he takes his role very seriously.
この中はあれですよ、起こし電話がペデストランパラダイスだから車入れないんだ4時以降は。みんな駐車してるのはね、ジャパニーズアゲンストだ。ロードトラフィックローダー。
Kazuo writes down the number plate to send to the police. But he doesn't intervene when the driver arrives. His role is just to inform the police and issue warnings. with the bonus of a moral lesson.
ダメだこれみんなお前らこう捨てるんだほら見てみて火がついてるばっかだこれ海外じゃないよ何かこれ見てろ火ついてあ一人これが歩いてんだから我々みたいに注意してやれば少しは考えるだからそういう人がいないとダメなんだご意見番みたいな昔年だからもうねもう70我々なんか人生あと何十年もないからもう笑ってるけど本当なんだよ誰かそう言ってやる人がいないとダメ日本がダメになる
An hour and a dozen warnings later, the patrol is over. Groups like this exist in every city in the country. Is it this way of life that makes crime rates so low? In any case, crime is decreasing year after year. But it is increasing in one part of the population, the elderly. Some old Japanese people prefer prison to solitude. We're going to the southwest of Japan, to Iwakuni, famous for its American base. Its historic wooden bridge, and its women's prison. Japan is getting older, and so are the inmates. Here, 1 in 3 prisoners is over 65. Some of them are 85 years old. Like the others, they work 8 hours a day.
Okay.
The only difference is that they are given back their walkers when they leave the factory. It is sad to see these old ladies bent over in the cold of the prison. With no heating, just 2 to 3 showers a week, this is far from a luxury retirement home. Still, some prisoners seem relieved to be behind bars. This 70-year-old woman is on her 4th stint for shoplifting. Outside, like many old Japanese people, she was alone and let herself go. You can't help but wonder if she got locked up on purpose.
食事ははっきり言って美味しいです。私は美味しいです。社会で3度食事したことなかったですよ。だけどここではきちんと3度出していただいてね、こんな健全な生活したことなかったです。寝るのももう12時回ってとかいう感じだったですけどね。だけど作業にしてても一生懸命やってますので皆さんそうだと思うんですけど。9時の就寝でも寝られるんですよね。社会ではとんでもない寝られないです。
The guards have had to adapt to this new population. It is a sensitive issue. The guard we talked to has prepared his response.
高齢化に伴って、日常生活を自力で、できない者に対しては介護とか日常生活の世話、などを刑務官等が行わざるを得ず、特に症状が進行すると歩行や、食事の補助、排泄の処理も必要になってきますため、集団ではなく個別の対応が求められます。
Most of these inmates are here for petty theft, stealing food, shoes, or handbags. In 20 years, crimes committed by senior citizens have increased 4-fold in Japan. In an attempt to curb the phenomenon, the prison has set up a rehabilitation course. The program includes workouts and advice on how to stay in shape. And in particular, amazing training to learn how to take care of babies.
今特に家族化でもう一人で子育てしててイライラしたり悩んでいるお母さんたちもいると思いますので、ぜひ皆さんもちろん自分のお孫さんの子育てもお手伝いしてほしいんですけど、ご近所の方の子育てもしっかり手伝ってほしいなと思います。
The objective is to help these old women find their place in society when they are released, and therefore prevent them from reoffending.
涙が出てくる。自分には子供がないから産んでないから。
All of Japan's misery in one image. In a few years, maybe, these will be the last prisoners. Old people, alone, with no choice. Elsewhere, prisons are emptying.